It's that time of year where we love our comfort foods. Today I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy, right, but absolutely delicious creamy chicken and rice bake. So with that being said, let's get some cooking. All right, as you can see, for this recipe, as I said in the intro, we have 5 bone-in chicken thighs. Now here's the thing, if you want to use boneless, you could definitely use boneless or different parts of the chicken. We are going to start off with adding some oil, small drizzle of course, and that would help with not only the marination process, but it will also help with spreading the seasonings onto the chicken a lot easier. I'm going to make sure I get back in front. Use your favorite oil, whether it be avocado, canola, whatever your favorite oil is, right? Let's not get too picky and go bananas about what type of oil to use. All right, first thing we're going to do is add a small pinch of salt and ground black pepper. If you can't have a lot of salt and you are on a reduced sodium diet, then of course scale back on any sodium ingredients. All right, just going to pat it in. We're going to add some garlic powder. Small sprinkle, of course, for a nice garlicky element of flavor. We're also going to go on with some paprika. The paprika is going to give it a nice color, of course. Even sprinkle will get the job done perfectly. And of course, I'm going to go on with some of my all-time favorite all-purpose chicken seasoning by Cooking with Tammy, of course. If you don't have the seasoning, you need to get your hands on it. It's going to be so well worth it. It's going to bring out a delicious flavor within your food. Tap that on in and time to flip-a-roo. Flip it on over. And we're going to repeat the same thing. Of course, we went ahead and added oil before, so we don't need to add that part again. All right, go on with the garlic once again. We're not going to over season because that would not be tasty. Let's add that paprika. If you want to add smoked paprika because that's what you have on hand, you definitely can use that. All-purpose seasoning, of course. To a heavy-duty skillet, we're going to add some oil, and I'm also going to add some butter. Let's add our chicken. Face side down, of course. And we have about 5 pieces, and this medium-sized pan is going to be just perfect. All right, now the goal is, as I said before, we're going to be browning the chicken. We're not going to be cooking the chicken all the way through, not necessarily, because in a couple minutes, we're going to be adding it to our oven. So approximately 2 to 3 minutes on each side until we get that nice golden brown color. Let's remove the chicken. Smells amazing. Even though it's not cooked through all the way, it definitely smells really good. All right, we're just gonna set it on a clean plate. In order to make the creamy sauce, we're going to be using a few ingredients. Nevertheless, they're basic ingredients, okay? So anyone could pretty much get their hands on it if they want to. We're going to add some cream of chicken. The next condensed soup of choice is going to be cream of mushroom. The cream of mushroom along with the chicken is going to be very complimentary. However, I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like mushrooms. I don't know why, because I love mushrooms, okay? You could definitely use maybe 2 cans of chicken instead, or let's see, I think there's more people that gravitate to the cream of celery versus the cream of mushroom, but whatever you prefer, it's going to be perfect. All right, we're going to go ahead and combine both the cream of mushroom along with the cream of chicken, and at this point in time we are going to add our fresh thyme. If you don't have fresh, use whatever you have, whether it be dried, so on and so forth, or just exclude it. The remaining garlic powder, onion powder, and salt. Nothing goes to waste. We're also going to add our finely chopped garlic. Add it to the mix along with our diced onions. If you like a lot of onions, go ahead and add a lot of onions. Now will be the perfect time to incorporate some veggies. If you don't like veggies or you have kids and they're not a fan of it, incorporate it within this dish, and I can guarantee you they're gonna lick their fingers. They're gonna enjoy every bit of it. All right, continue stirring. Make sure everything is combined. And once we're done, let's hit it with a little seasoning, of course. This is my all-purpose seasoning. Add whatever your desired seasoning may be, along with our heavy cream, and our chicken broth. Don't have chicken broth, get a little bit of bouillon, mix it with some water, and boom, you're in business. All right, we're gonna give it a good stir. Better yet, you know what? Let's swap for our whisk. All right, put it right here. The whisk works better, definitely. Let's add our rice. Now the rice is not pre-cooked. However, the rice is washed. So it's gonna have that pre-cooked look, but it's not pre-cooked by any means. This is parboiled long grain rice. However, add whatever rice you have in the cabinet or in the pantry. We're gonna add a good amount of butter because we don't want our casserole to stick during the baking process. All right, that seems good. Perfectly lathered up. And let's go in with our creamy rice and chicken situation. Let's get everything perfectly situated into the dish. And let's see. We're gonna take our chicken pieces that we pre-cooked earlier, and we're gonna nestle it in right on top. Okay. Any of the reserved juices, you want to go ahead and add that as well. I went ahead and grabbed some aluminum foil because we're going to be covering it down tightly. We're going to be baking at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 55 to 60 minutes. Pretty much practically an hour. But here's the thing. What I want you to do is I want you to check on your casserole periodically to see whether or not if you need to add some more liquid, more broth, whatever. You know what I mean? You don't want it to stick and burn. Let's see what we have. And this is, woo, this is gorgeous. You could see literally all of that creaminess embedded in between the chicken and the rice. Is just hugging the rice perfectly. Woo! We have that pop of color veggies coming through. And you know what? To make this even more delightful, let's go ahead and add a good amount of finely chopped parsley. That nice fresh greenery color going on. This is gorgeous, my loves. Oh my goodness, the aroma. I wish you could smell it right now. Time to eat. Yes, the food is hot, but I gotta admit, I'm greedy, okay? What can I tell you? We're gonna get in there and we are gonna, wow, look at the creaminess. You see that creaminess? That creamy element of beauty. I want to taste everything individually, and once we're done, we're going to put it all together. Plus, it's hot. You know what I mean? Oh, yes. Buttery, creamy, flavorful, decadent, melt in your mouth, delicious. We're gonna go for the chicken, of course. Perfectly seasoned, definitely. Tender and steamy. It's so good, my loves. It's so good. Let's try everything together as one. Anyway, my loves, I gotta go because it's beeping. I know if it's getting to me, I know it's gonna be getting to you. When I tell you, you need to try this recipe, my loves. Give this creamy chicken rice casserole dish a try because it's just that flavorful, okay? To be honest with you, very flavorful. You have that nice, you don't even need extra additional gravy because you have that nice creamy decadency that's going on with the rice, which is like melt in your mouth perfect. Even though we didn't add a ton of butter, I'm still getting like that buttery flavor, of course, because we used a condensed soup along with other ingredients. And also, not to mention that perfectly seasoned chicken. Woo, my loves. Definitely give it a try, not to mention budget friendly. And I would definitely catch you guys in another video. Cookingwithtammy.shop for your seasonings. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.